back. Thank you for tuning in. I am Daniel, and I have a couple news updates that I wanted to go over regarding the Xbox and PlayStation, actually. So let's go ahead and just jump right into that. The first thing I want to cover is, I guess we'll go with the Xbox. It turns out that the Xbox One S has been discontinued. From my understanding, I didn't know anything. I'm not a big Xbox player. Previously, I just now jumped into Xbox this generation. So yeah, go ahead and just know that the Xbox One is essentially dead, and which makes sense because ultimately, the Series S has been the de facto console, it seems, from Xbox. Ultimately speaking, Xbox jumped into this generation of gaming knowing clearly what they were doing. They looked at the landscape of the chip shortages and manufacturing and just all these issues going on in the world right now. It's affecting everything, and Xbox definitely had a one up on that because the One S is readily available in stores. The Series S is readily available in stores. And I guess they just felt that there's no reason to continue selling the Xbox One line of systems. I know the One X was discontinued, I believe, 2020. I don't really know on that. But the Xbox One X was, discontinued a lot sooner. And the One S, I guess they were still kind of manufacturing or selling up until just a little bit ago or to this point. So, just kind of putting it out there that Xbox seemingly, feels like they have the confidence to say, hey, we don't need to keep selling these older systems. We have the hardware that we can give people now to enjoy these next gen systems, and it makes sense. They'd rather put their resources towards, the newer thing, even if that isn't the Series X. Unfortunately, that is having the same issues from the chip shortage, but the Series S doesn't need as much silicon, doesn't need as many components to manufacture, and overall it's just an easier, cheaper system to make, which, yeah, it's underpowered comparatively, but that doesn't mean the Series S is bad, right? So Xbox definitely feels like they can, just go ahead and do that, put that they're 100% into it, and I'm really looking forward to that because that means the faster we can move forward with these new systems, the faster that we will see their true potential. Because the one issue for me I have is a lot of these games feel like they're kind of holding back. The developers aren't able to go full throttle on them because they do have to make sure that they operate on older hardware. So hey, if you are on an Xbox One S right now and you've been trying to hold out for the Series X, the chip shortage is just going to get worse and worse. And while Xbox is doing a fine job, handling that and making sure that they can pump out Series X's, the Series S is easily available to find. So make sure that I would do the upgrade. I personally would do the upgrade. And I have both systems. I play more on my Series S, as I've stated in other videos. So, definitely look into that. Now, leading off of that, the next little bit of news going on is the PlayStation 4 and 5 seemingly are fighting for their spot. Because Sony didn't play their cards right, like Xbox, the PlayStation 4, I guess Sony is still looking to make. PlayStation still has to make PS4s, and they're kind of ramping up production of more PS4s than they initially wanted to or planned on because it's just so difficult to get the PS5 out. And there's a mosquito flying around my room. That's cool. Love that. Anyway, but so the PS5 is extremely difficult to find. I see more Series X's go on sale than PS5s. And that's saying something. So with the PS5 in high demand, it's hard to make. It's requires a lot of components. There's a lot that goes into it. There's no doubt in my mind that PlayStation that you can't just take out the hard or the disc drive, make a digital version, call it good. Like Sony did not really look at the whole landscape of gaming, kind of future proof what they were doing. I don't know. Obviously, I'm not I don't work for them, so I don't know what was going on or anything. But nonetheless, So PS4. So if you're on PS4 right now, or even PS4 Pro, obviously, Looks like you're good. It looks like Sony knows that they're going to have to be releasing these titles for PlayStation going forward, and they're going to have to make sure releasing the titles for PS4 going forward, and making sure that everything kind of, stays on that last gen. I think that mosquito got me. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, it's just kind of a weird back and forth that we're seeing. Stupid shit. That, we have Xbox over here kind of saying, hey, like, we got this, buy the Series S now, and, I think they would expect you to upgrade later. One, you get to buy both systems, and that's money for them, but ultimately it gets you into gaming right now. You don't have to hold back. But PlayStation's struggling. They're saying, hey, like, okay, well, can't really push out these PS5s the way we do. We got all these games coming out soon, and they're just struggling. They're okay. Let's just make PS4s. So it's a really weird dynamic that both platforms are kind of going opposite directions, which is, kind of cool because it kind of gives some more something to talk about there. But anyway, yeah, that's kind of just a little quick update on the two systems. Ultimately, I play them all. You should play them all, or both, I guess. I'm saying all because Nintendo still exists. But regardless, yeah, it's just really fun to be able to cover both of these, and it's really interesting to see them, which moves they play. But with that being said, I hope you guys, if you didn't know this, I hope you enjoyed it. Drop a like for sure. Subscribe, ring the notification bell. Follow me on Twitch. DMs are open on Twitter. Links will be in the description. And yeah, it's really all I got to say, I guess, for now. So I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.
A little force together time might help you boys learn to play nice.